one of the players that's kind of going under the radar in terms of discussion before and after games and how much time he's missed this year is Justin Houston. He's just a classic edge rusher. He's really dominant early in games, specifically when he starts using his inside moves. We've now he played 15 games last year. He's only played 4 this season, but really it's 3. I think he's got 125 snaps, guys, and he's got 4 sacks. Easily could have 2 others. Jacoby Brissett was able to escape him late in the game. Amazing play by Brissett. Ended up making the tackle. Going to show you some film from the whole season. Show you his 4 sacks from all 22 end zone angle. I feel like he's a much better pass rusher from the right side of the defense. I'm not sure if that's where he played over the course of his career. He's elite, man, in terms of his hand usage, his hand placement. He's just very efficient, and I hope we can keep him healthy. We need to get him to the playoffs. This is a guy who, on pass rush situations, is just winning. I know he only had 5 sacks last year in 15 games. I went on record in a video talking about how I thought he could have had 8 or 9 because he was held clearly 3 times last year and 2 of them was called, one of them was not. Was going to be sacks. He really dominated the Bengals left tackle in week 7 in the first 3 or 4 possessions. It's like left tackles, once they see his inside rush move, the first 2 or 3 times when they see it, they're just not able to handle it. This is kind of like a delayed inside rush, and this is just what he does to tackles. He kind of gets them to overset, and he just catches them mid-step, meaning this tackle is stepping in week 1. So as he's got his foot in the ground, Justin Houston's already working inside. This is just a slick little move that he does. It's a veteran move. He's very efficient. I still, for the life of me, can't understand how that wasn't ruled a sack, but it was an early indication that Justin Houston had a lot left. A lot of people have complained about the pass rush. It kind of aligns with Justin Houston not being there. He played 54 snaps in week 1, 49 snaps in week 2, 6 snaps against the Patriots in week 3, and then I think left the game early, and then returned this last week to get 2 sacks. Damn near had a third. This is like a semi-bull rush, but again, it's an inside move. He has the outside edge moves. Don't get me wrong. We've seen him. He's got over 100 career sacks. At one time, I think he had 22 sacks one year. I believe another year he had 14. This inside move, though, is something that is kind of offbeat. It's not like a 1-2 move, in boxing. I kind of use boxing analogies sometimes. It's a different offbeat. All right, this is a stunt from week 1 where he's stunting inside and then just kind of overpowering the guard. He doesn't finish the play. Old man Joe Flacco is able to run away from him. Calais actually gets credit for a sack there, to be honest with you. But I feel like this is the time period when we're being a little overly aggressive in terms of our rushes. We're bringing Marcus Williams. I don't know about you, but think about the talent that we don't have on defense right now. Marcus Williams and Michael Pierce, 2 dudes that, to me are top 10 at their position in the NFL. Maybe Pierce isn't top 10. Maybe he's top 15, top 18, something like that. Justin Houston, for the amount of reps he's played, 125 snaps, 4 sacks, essentially 3 games played. Guys, he's playing at a level of a 10, 12 sack per season guy. He's just not on that projection because of the amount of time that he's missed. I remember this play against the Dolphins. This fullback is coming across the line, has a great angle, and again, where does Houston go? Inside. That's almost too smooth for a 33-year-old man in the NFL. You know what I mean? If one of us was out here trying to block Justin Houston, I could understand him looking this smooth on this play. But this is an NFL fullback. That's just as smooth as it gets. Even when we get back all of our edge rushing talent, Ojabo, Bowser, and we have Owe and JPP, me personally, on third down passing situations, I want Justin Houston on the field. I just do. Do I want him out there every single time? No. I hope it's the same play from the All-22, just so you know. I hope we utilize him in a rotation, and it wouldn't be a bad thing if at some point he takes a week off in terms of the game. I want to preserve this guy till the playoffs. When we get our entire complement of guys out there to rush the passer, I think we're better than the numbers show, and Justin Houston's numbers can be used as evidence of that. Again, 4 sacks, a couple of near misses in terms of sacks. You saw the one against the Jets. All right, let's look at his play against the Browns where he had 2 sacks on back-to-back plays, but he also had an impact in some other situations. I like the snap count that we're using him on for real. I think he only played 16 snaps against the Browns, guys. I might be wrong. 54 in week 1, 49 in week 2, 6 in week 3, and then I think he played 16 snaps this past game, had 2 sacks, nearly had a third. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. You're welcome to go look it up and correct me in the comment section. I love what we're doing with him, kind of limiting him to, passing situations. This is a weird kind of like semi roll where the running back is secure in the backside, motion guy running out in the flats. We're playing a version of cover three, and I like the ability to rush four and still get pressure with Justin Houston. Look like Broderick Washington's being held a little bit there on the inside. Maybe from the end zone angle, it'll look a little different. Same play here. Houston, again, off the defense's right side. They're kind of stepping everybody out here. The running back going opposite to secure the edge. Houston doesn't win with his initial move. He looks like he's getting held, to be honest with you, and then finishes it off with a sack. He has missed some sacks, don't get me wrong, this year, but this is a guy who finishes plays. And on the broadcast angle, it did look like to me he was the one who forced this fumble, but then when they showed the replay, it was clearly Calais. To say that he's better on the right side is just an indication, from my observation, that he appears more explosive when rushing from the right side, but this one looks pretty damn good too. And his size, his height works in his favor. This is his patented move in terms of a speed rush. It's kind of like this wave out and then rip under. And there's no hesitation for him. He's running his move, and that's it. He's running his move. Now, does he have some, plan in terms of this play and the next play? I don't know, but I just know when he has a move in his mind, he runs it. That was a huge play, if you ask me. Guys playing at an extremely high level. Again, please check me on that, whether he had 16 snaps. Maybe it was 26, but memory serves it was 16. Another edge rush, but a slightly different technique for him. This is his kind of slap with the outside arm. So you can see here he's slapped the Bengals left tackle's left arm, this way. And then Houston is propelling himself this way, not necessarily with a rip that's, substantial, but just a slight one to allow himself to clear the hands, beat the hands. That's one of the things that we wish, Oweh was running a little bit more, was, running towards the quarterback, but then winning with the hands. He kind of lets guys get into his chest as compared to Houston, if you ask me, who's a little bit more, refined, or way more refined, excuse me. They chipping him. That tells you enough right there what the Browns think about him when he's on the field. They chipped him. He took advantage of that left tackle. I mean, I'm not saying the guy's not a good football player, but Justin Houston really took advantage of him in this game. And then the final one, a pressure, Jacoby Brissett. Hey, man, Jacoby Brissett, he's got heart. Oweh chases him down. This leads to the field goal situation where they end up getting the penalty, and then, we block it. Again, this is an inside move in the fourth quarter. I mean, I don't want to say anything derogatory about NFL players, but I feel like if Justin Houston got 30 reps against this guy in week 7, I feel like you're talking about 3 or 4 sacks, or maybe 3.5. He just had all the answers for the guy. Again, I don't want to be disrespectful about NFL players, but that was a matchup that was in our favor. Let's put it that way. Hopefully that guy, the left tackle, plays extremely well this week, and the Browns are able to pull off a win, right? Great play by Oweh. Give Jacoby Brissett, give him credit, man. I put a tweet out Sunday night about it. Dude's never had a winning record in the NFL. Once got sacked more than 50 times in a season. Doesn't have the reputation of, certain other guys who've been given multiple opportunities. And he's still in there fighting, executing, and making tough plays like this. Houston's got his hands on him. But to me, one of the things the NFL has done by reducing the target area is they've made it a little easier for quarterbacks to get out of here, because you're very limited in the area, the surface area that you can make contact with. You can't go low as much, obviously. Great job by Oweh, trying to finish it off, get him out of there. We needed every yard in that situation. Hey, let me know what you think of Justin Houston's play. I'm just trying to point out that if Justin Houston had played all 7 games and was playing 30, 35 snaps a game, at the rate that he's playing now, the quality pass rushes that he's putting together, like I said, I think he had 2 sacks and 16 snaps on Sunday, which is unreal. At the rate that he's playing, if he had played 30, 32 snaps a game through 7 weeks, how many sacks do you think he would have? You think it would be more than 4? I think it would have to be, right? Just the way he's playing. I think you're looking at a guy who could be 6 or even 7 sacks the way he's playing. Limited reps. I love what we're doing with him. Hopefully we can preserve him and Calais Campbell, the OGs on this defense. because I think when we get our full complement of players, we can use them in the right situations and take advantage of their strengths. And I think right now Justin Houston is a way bigger source of strength than a lot of us recognize just because the number of snaps he's played so far this year. Appreciate you guys checking out the video. Let me know what you think of Justin Houston's play so far in the comments section.